Well, fish on guys, fish ons are reeled up. And I've got, let's have a look. Welcome back to the channel. And we come out fishing again. This time not a midweek session. It's on a weekend, Saturday day. Probably the best window for the whole of the week. And we're continuing the theme of keeping it local. Never fished this mark ever. So where are we? We're at Hayling Island at just past East Stoke and a car park called Nab Car Park. Bloody expensive. Warned. And there again, most car parks are. But yeah, so it's quite nice at the moment, keeping it local. Target for the day is the dabs and the ray. And I've set myself up with a 3-hook flapper. With 2 hooks for the dabs and maybe a place. It is daylight, I've got one out at the moment. And I'm not going to put the other one out yet, I'm just going to show you the rig first before I do. Yeah, so that's your flatfish. And then obviously the rays on the top hook for a chance of. Not that you get loads and loads of rays, but you do get them. So rig wise, so I'm using the 3-hook clip down. So I thought I'd just quickly show you the rig, if we can get this in camera without hooking myself up. So 70-pound main line, blue beads, just what I had. I'm using 40 pounds amnesia snood on the top. Oh, with a Coxon Raw SCR 22. So that's them. Then going down to the next hook. And I'm clipping down, with a cascade swivel, going down the next hook. And then I've got a couple of pop-up beads, pink, again, just what I had floating around, using 20 pounds snood amnesia with a size 4 Coxon Raw scratch and match, which is the SC35s. And then going further down again to the 3rd hook, exactly the same setup, 3 small floaty beads, all clipping down into a, oh bloody hell, I forgot what it is. Splashdown, there we go. And then luminous lead from good old Sea Weights, there we go. So that's the rig set up. On the other rig I've got out already. The only difference is, as I always like to do, one green, one pink. So, amnesia, there we are. Absolutely love the amnesia. I've just used it for so many years. I've tried a few other different lines and I just don't think it has a patch on the amnesia. Yes, it is expensive, but sometimes you pay for what you get. So that's pretty much it. I've made a few other rigs up just in case. Right next to the road. Plenty of motorbikes found today, maybe because it's quite nice conditions, giving it some ragging. Beach wise, let's just go and pan you around, show you the beach. So a nice shingle beach all the way down there and then all the way back there. Hayling Fun Fairs right in the distance. There's quite a sharp drop off just down there from the beach where the obviously it's been smashed up with the storm that's been through. But look at that now folks, absolutely flat calm. Just hoping we have a few fish, that's all. I don't know if you can see that in the very distance, but there's some breaking waves. And that's a winter bank. Right in the very distance, you've got a tower with a red cone on it. That's where the Chimet weather station is located. If you're local and want to know the actual weather as is, like wind speed, wave height, temperature of the sea, it's a really good indicator what's happening out here, and it's live, it's constantly live. So there we are. So it's quite a bit of swirl around really. And hopefully we're meeting up with my old buddy Wayne Comben. He's got his own channel, check it out, Wayne Comben Fishing. Hopefully he's turning up. He's working at Cosham Angling at the moment till 6 o'clock, and he doesn't know if he's going to turn up or not turn up, but we'll see. Hopefully he will. We'll come out for a few hours and hopefully we'll bag a few fish together. Anyway, I'll get the second rod out and I want to get fishing. Well, I just realised I hadn't talked to you about baits and what we've got. So bait wise, we've got ragworm, we've got squid, got a bit of sand eel, good old mackerel, and I've also got a little bit of lug as well. So they're the baits for the day. It's still daylight, so I'm going to bung on the rag and a little bit of lug, see if I can winkle out a place before it gets dark. Typically, and I say this typically, down my neck of the woods, which is only that way by the crow flies, probably about 3 miles, somewhere around that. Typically you don't get a place at night. It's all daylight stuff. But I don't know about here. So we'll give it a go, see if we can work one out. But I also know on the boat, this time of year, the place do like a little bit of squid as a tipper, just a little bit. When I say a little bit, just a little bit like that. I can put that on the end of the worm, just as a little tipper. The top hook, for now, I'm just going to put one sand eel. I don't think the rays will come till a little bit later when it's dark, so I'm just going to put one sand eel on, just as a chance of one, but I reckon this could be more so, as I say, in night. There we go. So we've got the bait, got the weather. Now all we need is the fish. Now I guess first fish out will be a whiting. I just got this feeling it's going to be a whiting day. But it is what it is. I'm looking forward to this. Bringing it up. Come around here. And I've got my zippies out today as well. Or Ziplex M4GPs. I ain't used them for ages, so I normally go to lighter rods. I normally use my black rocks. But I thought, hey, just give them out, give them a little go. It's been a while. Well, I'd still a nibble on the rod. Let's see what comes of this. That one's gone a bit slack. I sometimes like to just, especially if I'm going for dabs and plates, I sometimes see the bite, I just like to tighten up, tension on it a little bit, just so it moves the bait a little bit, so it entices the fish a little bit more to go for it. If you see underwater footage of the way plates and dabs act, if you move something, they will instinctively go nail it if it's moving. Anyway, I'll let that materialise a little bit, see what comes of it, and I'll bring you back if it comes to anything. Look at that. Isn't that bliss? Flat seas, the sun's going down. How beautiful is that? It's like heaven being out here, absolute heaven. Now you don't get this sitting in your front room. Well, actually you do actually if you watch my video. Well, that temperature's starting to drop a little bit now, so I've put the old coat on. I've got the body vest on as well. Works off a battery, heats up. Lovely it is. And I've been having a bite on the right hand side again. There was nothing on there earlier on. I baited out and gone back out again. Let's see what comes of this. It's been out a little while now. No real weight. I don't know if there's little fish just tapping away out there. And I think we've got a fish on, folks. We've got a fish on. Let's see what it is. Is it a whiting? Is it a dab? Hey! Right. You all know what it's going to be, don't you? Of course you do. This winter is expected. It's a steep bank I'm getting up here. Crikey me. Finally got up. And there's the start of it. There's the start of it. The tings. I'm not surprised. I knew there was something banging away out there. I'm going to get him unhooked, get him back down there. Fight another day for when he's about £4. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really surging at the moment. There's some big old waves coming in. I've just had to change over to a gripper weight on one, and I'm going to change the gripper weight on to the other rod as well. because it looks like I could get buried if not. Well, fish on guys, fish ons are reeled up, and I've got, let's have a look. Is it a dab? Let's have a look, let's get in the light. It is a dab, I can see straight through it. There we go, a lovely dab. Happy days. What's it taking it on? Let's have a look, see what it's taking it on. It's gone for the ragworm. So there we go. Happy days. Let's have a see what it measures. I'll just put that down. Let's go and have a look. Just over 25. I don't know if I can sort of see that. Just over 25. There we go. Happy days. I want to get it back. Hey. So quite surgy out there now, where the tide's just coming up. I've changed over from grip, normal leads to grip leads, just purely so I'm not getting buried in the shingle. If I get buried, I'm going to lose gear. I don't want to lose gear. So hopefully as the tide comes up a little bit more, the height where I am at, I'll be able to change over and go back to normal leads. I just wanted to go normal leads, just so with the little bit of surge that was out there earlier on, that the lead would just gently roll here and there sort of thing, so maybe pick up a few fish. And it has picked up a few fish. I've had a few whiting now. I've not shown you all the whiting, there's no point. But I'm just hoping that we still pick up the fish, especially the dabs, you know, being more of a static bite. Anyway, early days. We're just over an hour in, so it's all to play for. I've forgotten how nice it is to actually use the GTs. They are bloody lovely rods, they really are. Well, the fishing's really picked up. Just sorting out a bit of a bird's nest and a triple shot. Now, you wouldn't fish the south coast without seeing one of those little beauties, would you? There we go. Next up, and I'll get these all unhooked in a minute. Perfect little live bait. Look at that, little whitey. There you go, come on. There we go. Little whiting. And last but not least, another dab. Happy days. Over the moon. It's really fishing well. Anyway, I can get these back for another day. So there he is, there's old Wayne Cormie. He's finally turned up, organised as usual. Hey, organised as usual, look, nothing prepared.
No, I'm not like you, I'm not a professional.
Anyway, we'll see what he catches, eh? Well, got the curry going, and I'm bloody well looking forward to it, I tell you. I shall show you how to cook and make that probably on my next video. Anyway, let's look at the rods. A few tip actions. The right hand side's got a gripper weight on. The left hand side I've gone back to a normal lead and it seems to be okay, not burying. The line, that is, sort of thing. Yeah, so it's all good at the moment. Well, it's been tapping away for some time now. Let's see what's on, eh? could be more whiting. Looks like it is. Looks like some more whiting. Ah, we've got a pout as well this time. I won't show you it, but I have got a pout as well. So I'm reeling up and that, and old Wayne said to me, I think we've got snagged up each other, sort of thing. So he's reeled up. He said, oh, I've got a dab. I said, oh, have you? Anyway, he started sorting it out. He said, no, he said, I ain't got a dab, you've got the dab. And there we go. A small dab. Only a little dinky one, but nevertheless, nice to see Wayne will get a dab later on. I'm sure he will. If he don't, I won't hear the end of it. Anyway, dab number 3. Thank you very much. Well, it's been awfully quiet for probably about half hour, 3/4 now. No real sort of knocks or bangs, but I've got one knocking now. And I'll tell you what, it don't look a bad bite, but it looks like a dogger bite. Let's see what it is. Well, I missed that one. Completely missed it. But it definitely looked like a dogger bite. So if it was, it's not the end of the world, to be honest with you. But you never know, do you? You never know what you've missed. Anyway, it's nice to see the bites that come back. Well, we're getting double shots of whiting now. But it is to be expected. It is winter. It's that type of fishing. And I'd soon be complaining if I wasn't getting anything. Crikey, he's taking that right down. Let's go and get the scourge up. Well, believe it or not, Wayne's only, I don't know, 20 metres over there in front of me. He's catching a load of bass. Nothing big, but you know, around about the £1/2 pound mark, somewhere around that. And I even had one bass. But that's fishing, isn't it? That is fishing. The only difference between me and him really, he's got the same baits, ragworm and that sort of stuff. And I think he's got my line. Is the fact that he's using 3-hook flapper and I'm using a 3-hook clip down. But there we are. Funny how it all goes, isn't it? But there we go. A triple shot. 2 dogs. 1 pout. There we go. It's been quite a successful night, to be honest with you. It really has. It's been alright. No race. But I'm not surprised, there's quite a bit of turbulence out there. Well, that's it, folks. Another session come to the end. And it's been a good session. I've really enjoyed it. It's been pretty much non-stop action. There's moments where there was a bit dull bits, but that's fishing. It's come up to the high tide and it's sort of gone dead a little bit, sort of thing. So sort of knocking on the head, having a reasonable night. And then a bit of a bonus. I lost a rig. Managed to retrieve it on the last reeling on one of the rods. Still got one rod left out there. I'm going to reel it in probably in the next 10 minutes. And then a bit of a clear up. And that's it. So 3 dab in total. I think 1, 2, I think there's about 4 dogfish. and I don't know, 15 whiting maybe more, and 2 or 3 pout as well. So nice productive night, and I'm all happy. Another venue for me, different, which is quite nice, fairly local, bonus point. Anyway, tight lines everyone, hope to see you soon, and get out there yourself. There's some fishing to be had out there now. Light your mornings, light your evenings, it's all going to start again. Only spring's going to come, hopefully the place is all going to turn up, although they're having a few down at Brighton and that neck of the woods, and that's probably where I'm going to end up. Anyway, from me, see you later.